I would invest $200 a month to end up with almost $3 million by the time I was 65, even if I'm a little brand new baby investor starting at the age of 35 with nothing saved for retirement. I'm going to show you how to do this in Charles Schwab this time. This is not sponsored by Charles Schwab, but if anyone knows Charles and they want to sponsor me, that would be cool. First things first, click open an account. Then you're going to have to pick what type of an investment account you want. If you make under $150,000 in modified adjusted gross income a year, you're probably going to want to do something like a Roth IRA, because a Roth IRA lets your money grow totally tax-free, which is pretty sweet. But if you make more than that, good job. You can use a traditional IRA. It's not as sexy, but it will still save you money on taxes. Then you're going to spend like 5 minutes answering some really basic questions, and then you're going to connect your bank account and move some money over into your new Roth IRA. But do not stop there. We need to buy investments. So many people make this mistake and they think they're invested, but they're not, because they haven't bought any investments and then their money isn't growing. So I will show you how to do that now. Okay, so if you're a brand new baby investor starting at the age of 35, I would recommend starting with something like an SWTSX, Schwab's Total Stock Market Index Fund. That's just like really fancy words to say that it contains pretty much every single stock in the US inside of it. See, I told you, that's how many stocks are inside of this bad boy. To buy something like that, you're going to click trade at the bottom of your screen. Then at the top of the screen, you're going to want to click mutual funds and then type in SWTSX there. Then you should get to this screen and you're going to want to make the action buy. You can put the amount, so we can start with $200 a month. And then one last thing, we're just going to want to make sure that this reinvest type is set to dividends and capital gains. That's how you make sure you make the most amount of money, okay? And if you were able to do that and invest $200 a month for 30 years, you would have $298,000 by the time you were an old lady, even though you only put in $72,000, which is pretty cool. Oh wait, $300,000 is definitely not enough to retire off of in 30 years. You're probably correct, but here's the thing. Having more money, having $300,000 is way better than having no $300,000, right? And you got to get started with what you can. What I wanted to show you is what would happen if you started with $200 a month at the age of 35, and then every year you increased what you were doing monthly by $200. Then what would you have, dude? You would have almost $3 million if you did that. That's insane. And you started with $200 a month at the age of 35, and you could still retire with almost $3 million. Almost $3 million, and all you did was start with $200 a month at the age of 35 and increased it by $200 a month every year. I really hope that encourages you to get started with whatever amount that you can get started with, because like literally the habit alone sets you up for success, because then you're thinking about how can I do more so that I can, be richer. Now, I know this stuff can get really overwhelming and confusing, so if you want to come to my free investing class, just comment training and I'll send it to you. Okay, good job.